Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's like the proper way to announce something. So, welcome to a video, more of a tutorial actually, where I will be talking about how to make Genesis console MOBA that is released on a PC work with keyboard and mouse. Now we all know that it works with joystick, controller, whatever you want to call it. It works just fine. So I've decided to get an emulator and work on it and make it so that it works, and you'll be surprised it works pretty well. Now first what you need to have, I've got right on my screen, is the UCR program, application, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna post the link in the description of the video and on Discord or whatever. So this is the mapping tool that I used. It's like a AutoHotkey kind of thing, but slightly different. So first what you have to do is, like, you need to have that, but main thing is you need to have VJoy. You need to install VJoy. So just install VJoy, and when you're done with VJoy, install the driver and just restart the PC. Now the first thing that comes, now keep in mind that you don't have to work with binds instantly. You actually have to make sure you have all the buttons enabled. So what does that mean? That means we need to go to configure VJoy, and I'd recommend you run it as an admin. I already have it up for some reason. Okay, so what you have to, you'll have like 8 buttons available. So this is where I freaked out, but then I realized, oh wait, this is it. So you change the number to how much you want. I'll put 32. You can put 226 if you want. I don't care. It's just it's gonna put a little bit, not a little bit. It's gonna put a load on your PC. From what I've seen, it kind of impacted, but I'll have to work with that a little bit. So for now, I'll put 32 for experiment. You can put as much as you want. I think the amount of keys that we have right now is actually, is actually so yeah, this is how the program loads normally. I'm gonna, okay, so let's see, 1 2, I think we have around, the resolution is not nice. I think we have around maybe 20 keys or something. But yeah. Now the next thing that you need to know, what you have installed VJoy and all that. Good. Now you're gonna go to IO classes and you're gonna go VJoy. And now the following thing you need to have. So first you can just check show VJoy log and see if the driver is properly installed. If it is, then you just go to, you press install CGBus, CCP. Oh my god, I suck at reading English letters. Anyway, you press on this, it will say it needs to you need to restart the program. So when you restart the program, you will have it installed just like I do right here. Okay. Now keep in mind what I'm doing with this program is actually I'm not emulating an Xbox controller. I'm emulating a controller because, let's just say, emulating an Xbox, this program didn't have enough keybinds, so I had to improvise. Otherwise, this would have been already released to the public. Anyway, so when you've done with that, now you got all your keys. Now if you have noticed, I named all the keys specifically. Like, I had to name it so that people know what they're doing, because I'm not gonna bind it for you. You're gonna bind it for yourself. What I'm gonna do is I made a program for you to bind it. Now it's all up to you. Like, as you can see, the binds are like 1 2 3 4 5, like that's, so it's easier for you to bind it on Steam. Now here's the tricky part. So you open Steam and you go on Steam, right up here you go settings, and you go controller, and you go general controller settings. Continue, and you will have stuff like this. Now you can enable this. Like, I honestly have no clue what it does. I just pressed it on, and it says detected. Now for you it's gonna be like a undefined VJoy or something. You just press it and you go identify. Okay, so as you can see, the button layout, it goes like 0 1 actually this is like 1 2 3. So that's the keybind that I made for 1 2 3. You see, so like 1 2 3 4. So you don't have to worry about anything. You just spam. You go like 1 2 3 4 5 6. You bind it. Now if you have an issue binding, you go enter and then you bind. like, okay, you press on the keyboard number 1, not the right side, not the right numerical side of the keyboard, the normal side of the keyboard on the left. So you press 1, enter 2, enter 3, enter 4, enter 5, enter 6. Okay, so the back, I don't have the back. I binded it last. I think I binded it to backspace. I have no clue, so you can skip back. You continue to. Now left stick is so 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I bind it 11 since I ran out of numbers. I bind it for QV. Just pay close attention to that. So like Q. Oh shit, no. This one was Q, V, E. That should be R. There we go. And now, and continue like skip these four. These four skip for now, and bind the next one. Just continue. So that should be R, right? No, that should be T and Z. This one is R. Now this is the important part. This is where we're gonna make your keyboard work as a joystick stick, if you know what I mean. So basically, I binded these arrow keys to work as BASD. You can just rebind that. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna use arrow keys. Of course, I'm gonna rebind it, but I made it so that's simpler for everybody. So you want to find it in the program. Maybe I should change the resolution. Okay, so you see, like, this is very like just pay close attention to this. Like, this is sometimes inverted, so this is not as the other things. Like, this is very like, this was pain in the ass to work around. So left stick X. So I wrote left and right. So it all depends on you what you're gonna press. But when you go to left stick X, you know it's left and right. So it even shows on the screen. And then you press either right arrow key or left arrow key. It depends on you what you're gonna do. I'm gonna press left, and there it goes. Now left stick Y is for axis up and down. So we're gonna press enter again, and now we're gonna press up arrow, and there we go. Now the right stick. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky. So I bind the right stick to be the mouse. So that means aiming abilities is gonna go where you put your mouse. So you need to adjust the sensitivity of it on the program. As you can see, I've put scale factored. Like, this is you see I'm moving my mouse, and this is like moving as well. So basically, if I move my mouse down, it moves the sensitivity. So it's like a real mouse acting on space, as you can see right here. It's not 100% accurate because it varies on different resolutions, and I really didn't want to work around it too much. I just wanted to get it done. You guys can like experiment a little bit with it, just like the scale factor. You edit it, and then you will have. Or I haven't tried this. I just didn't want to mess around with it. So yeah, as you can see, it works up and down. Okay, so what now we have to keep in mind is again, left and right, up and down. Okay, so X is right. We're gonna move the mouse right. Technically, it's already binded. Sometimes it does not detect. Sometimes it does. It's this one. That's why I said it's difficult. Enter. Let's go up and down. There we go. It has detected everything, and now our binds are complete. So all you have to do right now is save the binds. Save the. Oh my god, resolution. Save the binds, save the binds, save the binds, save the bloody binds. Yep, this is what happens when you got a horrible resolution right here. Okay, so yeah, this is a little bit tricky. You won't have all these issues, but yeah, you figured it out. Okay, so that should be it. Does the X work? Yeah, X works as well, I guess. Okay, so that's the binds are complete. And all you have to do right now is play the game. Now, oh shit, I launched the game. I did not want to do that because it's gonna be all over the place on my screen, but I don't know. I actually don't know. Can you see the game or not? But let's just, if you can, like, here you go. It works. Like, the binds work. I'm not gonna try much because believe me, I tested it. I wouldn't be releasing the video if I didn't. So yeah, that's all you need. That's basically it. Like, so I showed you VJoy, how to set up VJoy properly. I showed you the binds. Now all you have to do, if you're interested in how to change binds, is very simple actually. So this is the input bind. The input bind is what you press. The output is what you get. So basically, input is I'ma slap you, and the output is it's gonna hurt. There you go. So input button A, for instance, you want button A to be mouse 1 to attack. You just press mouse 1, up, and it's left mouse button now. So you go select binding, and there, click. Okay, now always check if the bind is active. You press the click and you see the green thing, that means it's working, but you always have to save it. Save settings. You always have to save it. Now save settings. Sometimes it might not work. Like sometimes the bind, when you overbind stuff, keep in mind when you overbind stuff, it won't work. You actually have to do it twice. So if I bind, for instance, 1 and 1 again, yeah, one of these ones is not going to work at all. But if I rebind this one again, the one that didn't work, it's not going to work at all. So you have to rebind it again, and it works. There you go. So that's all you need to know. Now everything else is irrelevant. This is all you need to know. Now this is how to make it work. If it just tweak around with it a little bit. If like, yeah, mode has to be obsolete in order to make it work, in order to make it work properly. So that's it. Like, I hope that helped anybody. Have fun playing Genesis. Goodbye.